Hello, dear friends. Welcome to Kardec Radio, where we're here to nourish our souls. I'm Norah, the host of this program, Thoughts by Joanna Angelis, through our dear Divaldo, Franco. So, as we are sharing in this virtual classroom this beautiful lesson by Joanna, let us send love to those around us in our homes, in our communities, our workspaces, our families, to the world, to all that we can think about, because this is exactly what Joanna is reminding us today. There is a rule to better tell right from wrong, the practice of love in its broadest and most universal sense. 4, it provides the best way to keep us centered and working for the good of all. And so when we really think about it, in a world that sometimes feels filled with uncertainty and moral ambiguity, the power of love is a guiding light. In other words, love transcends boundaries, it knows no prejudice, and it extends its warmth to everyone. It is the compass that helps us navigate the moral complexities of our lives. So we can imagine this, if we were to draw a little bit of what Joanna is trying to help us to see, right? Visualize. If we need to make this choice of right or wrong, it means we can be like on this road, on this path, and this compass, right? When we are in this vibration, it's going to help us. It's going to guide us to, to those directions and those moments where we can be of service, when we can truly experience this beautiful emotion of love, which is so beautiful and it's unique to all of us, and it's within a range and in different situations. But when we are in that direction, and when the intention of our hearts are in that place, right? Joanna saying, then we're really getting into what, we're on the right path, in other words, right? um Love motivates us to alleviate suffering, promote the welfare of those in need, and make choices that prioritize the well-being of all. So for us to think a little bit about, again, this idea of awareness, of free will. We have those choices to make. We can either be in this mindset of, in a situation, we help by loving, or we complicate the energy, we can say, right? And think about friends, and putting myself as well first in this, like when we are in such a good place, and it's so easy to love, and it flows, and it's like the energy is so beautiful. And sometimes, when we cannot be in that energy space, how difficult it is, right? It's like bumping heads. The energy is so dense. And so, thinking about this, where do we want to start setting our life into? And it's so easy to talk about this and through here and have discussions, but at the end of the day, it's what we live. And when we're in these relationships, not all of them flow. you know there's difficulties. I've been in those places myself, and oh my lord, it is hard sometimes, friends, right? And and even in this space of like social media and the news, we encounter prejudices, biases, or other difficult situations that are really testing our commitment to love, with everything that's happening around the world. And sometimes it's a lot easier to kind of catch ourselves like being on mainstream hatred, right? And not, it's a lot easier sometimes. But Joanna saying, hey, let's rewire this, our mindset. Let's try to say, you know what, especially when it's hard, this is when we need to dedicate to love, right? This is when we need to be in that mindset, that space, sending love. Um, and the power of prayer is so, so beautiful. Sometimes, you know, we cannot do something physically in a material way. And the Gospel according to Spiritism by Allan Kardec, in the back, there's beautiful prayers. And one way for us to be of service is, let's say, prayers for when someone is afflicted. And it's beautiful how we're being instructed here. This little, like a little reminder. If it is in the interest of the afflicted person to continue their test, then any request we might make will not shorten it. So that's important. But it would be a lack of charity to abandon this person, alleging that our prayer would not be heard. Apart from this, even if the test is not interrupted, they may obtain some degree of consolation that will lessen their suffering. The spirits continue. What is really useful for someone who is supporting a test is courage and resignation, without which whatever they are going through will bring them no results. Because without these attributes, they will have to go through it all again. Therefore, it is with this objective in mind that we should direct our effort towards asking the good spirits to help them, or by lifting their morale through counseling and encouragement, or even by helping them in a material way if it is possible. In such cases, prayer can have a decisive effect by directing a fluidic current towards them with the intention of fortifying their morale. So, in this beautiful, beautiful prayer, imagining someone that comes to our heart, or if someone is asking, we can really be of service. Dear God of infinite goodness, may it please you to soften the bitterness or the challenge or the difficulties, of the position in which the person, right, finds herself. If this be according to your will. Good spirits, in the name of God Almighty, I beseech you to help her in her afflictions. If it is not in her interest to be spared this suffering, make her understand that it is necessary for her progress. Give her confidence in God and the future, which will make her less bitter. Also give her strength so that she does not give herself up to despair, which will make her lose the fruits of her suffering and make her future even more painful. Conduct my thoughts to her so that these may help her to maintain her courage. Beautiful gift, friends, right? Beautiful gift. So in every choice we make, in every interaction we have, let's practice love in its broadest and most universal sense. Quoting Joanna de Angelis through Divaldo again, and thinking about this, friends, there's a beautiful song. It is well with my soul. This song is like a prayer that we can think about sending out to the world, praying for world, for you know our communities, our spaces, and our relationships, for our pets, for nature, and so many things. When peace like a river attendeth my way, when sorrows like sea billows roll, whatever my love thou hast taught me to say, it is well, it is well with my soul. It is well, it is well with my soul, with my soul. It is well, it All right, dear friends, thank you so much for everything, for joining us here at Kardec Radio, where we're always nourishing our souls. Let us not forget to tune into other beautiful programs, and let us remember that we are loved. We are sending love, love, and love because it is well with our souls. Thank you, friends.